entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Hi guys, I'm Griper here, and this is a Raid Shadow Legends video. So I'm gonna do the last day of the shard opening now. Quite frankly, I haven't had a whole lot of luck. I opened up all of my sacred shards and got basically garbage. I got like Bushi, and Bushi's the one that's sticking out of my head because I know how garbage he is. Pitiless one. I can't even remember the other one. No legendaries, put it that way. Then I opened up my void shards, got another whole lot of nothing. I got a couple champions that are interesting, no legendaries, and I had a couple that were like, okay, maybe I'll develop them later, but for the moment not going to. Now I'm opening up my sacreds. I'm tempted to say that if I don't get what I want, that I'm going to go to the shop and spend some gems to get one of these gem packs. I just don't know how to go about it. Like if I get a legendary, I'll get a gem pack to keep the streak going, or if I don't get a legendary, I'll get the gem pack because I'm insisted upon it. I don't know. Anyway, so let's get into it. Hoping for a legendary, and I know a lot of people will say like, oh, which legendary, which I don't care. I only have like 6 of them. Give me one. Just not one that is a daily login. That's all I ask. Not Ryzen and not like Seal of the Drakes, who I already have. Musalem Mage, I already have 2 of those actually. So maybe he'll just end up being a book. I don't know if I have my other Musalem Mage booked out. Bergoth the Malformed. I've fused him. I've received him several times. I don't want him. Can you guys give me some champion? Even an epic I don't have. I mean, I'm a mid-game player. There should be tons I don't have that you could throw my way. Slasher, I actually got him in the last Ancient Shard pool that I did. Haven't done anything with him, to be quite frank. I'm just keeping him around because I need Lizardmen. I've gotten like 300 gladiators. What is up with this dude? What are the percentages on these things? Ugh. No thank you, Fortress Goon. Hurler, I get a lot of those. What are the percentages for like the rares? Are they all the same? Because it just seems unlikely that you would get like, I've gotten like 20 Doomstriders, so it seems just unlikely that they would, if all the percentages for all the rares were the same, that you would get the same ones each time. Flesh Terror. I just recently heard about how good he might be. Attacks one enemy, has a 40% chance of transferring 1 random debuff from this champion to target. To that, heal all enemies by 30% of their max HP. Increases the duration of all ally buffs by 1 turn. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. Ascended version, attacks all enemies, attacks all allies. That would be bad. Attacks all enemies, decreases the duration of all enemy buffs by 1 turn, increases the duration of all enemy debuffs by 1 turn. Okay, I mean, I guess he's good. I mean, I'm thinking clan boss maybe, but he doesn't really lay down any debuffs, but he would, you know, extend the debuffs that are on the clan boss. I don't really see using him in arena, not really dungeons. Okay, so I guess okay. I'll think on him. Let's see, another pig sticker. This is why I fed the last pig sticker, because I knew I would get another one. So, and this one, I mean, I didn't use pig sticker to begin with that much. Mystic Hand, no thank you again. Give me a legendary, come on. Come on. Any Lego, any. In fact, I'll even take a duplicate at this point. Ogryn Jailer, heard that he hits pretty hard. Attacks 1 enemy, has a 40% chance of removing a random buff from the target. Attacks 1 enemy, has a 40% chance of stealing 2 random buffs from the target. Places an extra hit if any buff is stolen. Okay, that can be booked up to a 75% chance. Yeah. Then we have attacks 1 enemy. Damage increases by 20% if target has no active buffs. Which is good. That's the A3, because then if you open up, like a lot of times, champions won't have a debuff yet. If what is his speed at? 99, so like a pretty average speed. Increases ally accuracy in dungeons by 20. But I hear he hits hard, but I'm not too impressed by the kit, so hopefully he does hit hard. Who are you? Banshee. I don't think I've ever seen. Is this a new one? Attacks all enemies, has a 20% chance of placing a 30% decreased defense for 1 turn. Attacks all enemies, has a 50% chance of removing 1 random buff from each target. I've gotten a lot of remove buff champions in this pull. Okay. This Ascended is it a passive? No. Okay. Attacks 2 times at random. Each attack has a 50% chance of placing a block cooldown skill debuff for 1 turn. Increase ally resist in arena by 52. Okay. Less than impressive. Next. I've gotten plenty of Death Chanters. Yeah, Purgator, no thank you. Hellfang, another no thank you. Come on, give me a legendary, please. Supposed to be increased chance. Bogwalker, another no thank you. I'm just getting a lot of food, as always. Oh, an epic, yay. And a Sanguina, which I already have. Just to go through her kit. I think she's going to be good. I just haven't really worked on her. Attacks 1 enemy 3 times. Each hit has a 20% chance of decreasing the duration of 2 random debuffs on the target. That can be booked up to 30%. This I think is going to be really good. Places a block debuff on all allies for 1 turn and a 15% continuous heal buff on all allies. The first thing I think of is Spider's Den, the Nether Spider. Those are the first 2 that I think of off the top of my head. Let's see. Oh, even dragons maybe. Attacks 1 enemy, has a 75% chance of transferring all debuffs from this champion to the target. Removes all debuffs from all allies except this champion. This one I think is going to be awesome too, especially when it's booked. If you're in those dungeons or Doom Tower, let's say, where you have the Nether Spider, or I'm still thinking on Spider's Den just because that's just the one I just recently finished. You could transfer all those poisons back to the spider. That would be cool. So, and then you remove all the debuffs from your other champion. So I like that, but I already have one. So next up, another rare. Oh, this was the one from the fusion. I actually used him to fuse Lordric Falconheart, but I never read what he actually does. Attacks all enemies, has a 15% chance of placing a block buffs debuff for 2 turns, booked up to 30%. Okay, heals all allies with 15% of their max HP. That can be booked up to 40%. Okay, on a 3-turn cooldown. That's not a bad ability. Places a 30% increased defense and a 25% increased attack buff on all allies for 2 turns. This is not bad. I mean, I have to adjust my expectations because he's a rare. I won't ever need to use him because I have other champions that just do more, but that's not bad at all. So, last shard. Come on, legendary. Come on. Nope, got a rare and a useless one at that. Gaelic. Awesome. Okay, so you know what? Why not? I'm going to go buy 3 more of those Ancient Shards. It is a 2x event. Stop selling me stuff. And let's see. Gem shop. I only have 399 gems anyway. So collect, and let's get back to it. So at least give me 1 epic out of these 3 I just bought. And 1 good epic. Don't give me garbage. All right, rare. Wait, Executioner. Is he part of the fusion that I need to do to get Razin? I need to double check that really quickly. So, next. Another rare. Fencer. I've gotten like 1,000 of those. And last, and another rare. So that was a waste of gems. A Magnus. I don't think I've ever, it's just a reskin Doom Priest. Attacks when enemy has a 25% chance of stun debuff for 1 turn. That books up to 50% chance. Has a 75% chance of placing a 5% poison on all enemies for 1 turn, for 2 turns. Booked up to 100%. Attacks all enemies, then heals this champion. The amount by which the champion is healed is equal to the damage inflicted. That's not bad. That's not a bad ability at all. Okay. All right, cool. So in any case, lame. I did not get much out of this shard pool. And actually, I'll go through real quick the voids that I got yesterday. These are the ones that I was interested in. I think I've already done it in my diary, my Raid Shadow Legends diary, but it was him, Runekeeper. Skills were attacks when enemy has a 35% chance of placing a leech buff for 2 turns. That can be booked up to a 55%. Oh no, sorry, 45% chance. Okay. Places a 50% increased attack buff on all allies for 2 turns. Then fills the turn meter of all allies by 25%. That I think is actually a pretty cool ability. And then on top of it, the ascended version of Purity, Sigil. Why couldn't I read the word sigil? Truth be told, I think I've never actually seen that word written out. Anyway, removes all debuffs from all allies, then heals all allies by 25% of this champion's max HP, places a 15% continuous heal buff for 2 turns on the allies that have a debuff removed. This was the problem I found in this kit because it's reliant on his max HP, but his skills scale based off of defense, right? Yeah. So that's what kind of threw me off. And then he places increased attack, which doesn't even help him. So he's placing increased attack, but his attacks are scaled based off defense. And then they want you to have HP so that you can give a decent heal to your allies. The more I look at the kit, the more I'm like, no. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I'm glad I just talked through it. I've looked at it like a couple times and something about it bugged me. And now I figured it out. It's asking you to do a bunch of different things. Birdall, sure. Fellhammer. This one I have started working on. I've used him in campaign to get my required 7 campaign battles or whatever for daily quests because I like this ability a lot, and I feel like if I put him in a destroy set, he would be good for the Scarab King. But places a counterattack buff on this champion for 1 turn at the start of each round. Places a counterattack buff on this champion for 1 turn at the end of their turn. So he's basically constantly under counterattack. Then he also attacks one enemy 3 times, places a shield buff on this champion equal to 30% of the damage inflicted for 3 turns. So it's 1 enemy attacked 3 times, and then you're getting that damage as a shield. I like that, especially if he can hit hard. Then attacks 1 enemy 2 times. Each hit has a 30% chance of placing a 100% healed reduction. That can be booked up to a 40% chance of placing that. The more I read him, the more I like him. And I think he should be, I don't know which, I'm going to work on him just because of the dwarf faction. I'm going to work on him because of the dwarf faction to begin with. I'll take him 5-star, maybe even 6, because I do like this constant counterattack that he has on his passive. Oh, and then the Ores of Doom Tower Ore, right? Yeah, so increases ally attack in dungeons by 32%. Not really too concerned about that because I have a Royal Guard, although he is void, so that means that he's neutral affinity to anything in dungeons. So that ain't bad. He does scale off of attack as well, unlike his, I don't know, brother, cousin, whatever. Okay. So yeah, I like that. And then this one, I like this ability. It just seems like a cool ability, albeit I don't know how useful it's going to be. I keep thinking that it's going to be useful for spiders. And I think I just tailed this in my diary before. Attacks when enemy applies a debuff spread effect, taking 2 random debuffs from the target and placing them on all enemies. Also extends the duration of those buffs by 2 turns. Will not extend the duration of debuffs on the initial target. So, and like I was thinking before, or what I said before was, all I'm thinking is if I go into Spider's Den and I get HP burn on the spider, which when I'm playing in Spider's Den, I'm successful in keeping the mama spider under HP burn. It's the other spiderlings that end up just eventually dying. And so if she's attacking with this ability on a 4-turn cooldown, that means that she's helping spread the HP burn to all the spiderlings. The more I talk through it, the more awesome it sounds. Just for that situation, though. I'm trying to think of anywhere else it could, and I'm sure there are other places where it could apply very well, especially against bosses that have minions around them. So, yeah, I like that ability a lot, but the rest of the kit, let me see. Attacks one enemy has a 75% chance, 100% when booked, of placing a 25% weaken on the target for 2 turns before attacking. So that could be good for clan boss. It could be good for other bosses as well, but I would have loved if that was a AoE. And then attack one enemy places an extra hit if this attack is critical. That's just, I'm hoping that she hits hard. That's the other hope. If she hits hard, and then we have this ability as well, then I like her. I like her a lot. And then I got Tayrel from one of the Sacred Shards. That was the only decent Sacred Shard pull that I had, and it was an epic. And I love defensive-based epics. I haven't done anything with him, gearing him up now. And the more I talk through it, I was trying to save my resources for the potential of, because they're going to release a champion for the, I don't know what they're calling the new faction, but it's a new faction that they're releasing now. And it's called, I think he's Drunkard, or something like that, something along those lines. So forgive me for not knowing the name exactly right now because it's not up in front of me. But he didn't sound so spectacular, to be quite frank. So I'm thinking about just working on these champions instead and just kind of putting him in the vault for something later. But Preemptive Strike. Attack one enemy, decreases the target's turn meter by 50%. If the attack fully depletes the turn meter, it will place a stun buff for 2 turns, damage inflicted proportional to defense. Attacks all enemies, has a 75% chance of placing a 60% decreased defense. That can be booked up to 100%. If the target is under a decreased attack, it will place a sleep buff for 2 turns. Now here's the thing. This is good, but I already have a Bess to lay down the decreased defense. I already have Madame Ceres to lay down decreased defense on all enemies. So it's not going to be entirely useful to me the more I'm talking through this. Attacks one enemy 2 times. Each hit has a 40% chance of placing a 50% decreased attack buff. Yeah, I'm thinking, the more I think about it, I don't think he's going to be useful for me. Like, his kit's nice, don't get it twisted. I like his kit. It's just that I have other champions that do more, or that already have those roles filled out that are better than him. So now that I think about it, Tayrel may just be one that I develop later. I'll keep him around, but like the shield, but I don't think he's going to be useful for me immediately. I might just take him to level 40 now and then just toss him in the vault. So in any case, that was a shard opening. Very disappointing. I'm debating on like getting a pack and just being and just going at it again. Stop selling me stuff. But nah, not now at least. In any case, thank you guys for watching. Please like, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.